Hey now, here's part 2 to my top 50 tag video. So let's kick this off with a bang. Uncanny X-Men 266, first appearance of Gambit. This thing is extremely high grade. I'm planning on getting it graded eventually. It's just a matter of time and money, of course, as we all know. Flash 139, first appearance of the Reverse Flash. Was lucky enough to get this at a really decent price. I mean, the condition's not so great, but sometimes with these bigger keys we take what we can get in our price range. So that's where that's this one I got last year as a birthday present from my aunt when I was in Houston. I was at Bedrock City Comics and she picked this up for me. It's first appearance of Iron Fist, Marvel Premiere 15. Was really happy to get this, and I was lucky enough to get it before they announced the show, the Netflix. So next up is Avengers 57. All in all, a solid copy, but it's got a spine split right here. Other than that, it's a really gorgeous, nice copy too. Love the colors on it, and I was lucky enough to get this a few years ago, well before the movie, and it was still expensive back then. For some reason, Vision was always a popular, expensive first appearance to get. This is one of the first books I got from my buddy when I started buying his collection, and it's Showcase number 24. It's the third appearance? Yeah, third appearance of Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. So very happy to have this one, and it's, you know, fairly decent shape for how old it is. It's a really cool book to have as well. This is a pickup I got this year at the New Orleans Comic Con. House of Secrets 92, first Swamp Thing. Really happy to have this one. It's got, it seems like it got a little moisture on the back cover, but I'm sure it would press out no problem, and it would grade extremely high, because the rest of the book is absolutely gorgeous. So I was able to scratch a lot of major books off my list last year, thankfully, before, you know, Oldfield took a dump. This was one of my biggest scores, I think, ever. Marvel Preview number 4, first appearance of Star-Lord. I got this on eBay as a buy it now for like $5 or 10 or whatever it was. It was really cheap, and this was right around the time they announced Guardians. It was just, you know, middle of the night, saw the listing and got it right away kind of thing, and I was really lucky on that. I still need the Rocket Raccoon Marvel Preview 7, so that's still a big one on my list. I have neither one of them, the Hulk or the Marvel Preview, which I need those. So if somebody's got an extra one, let me know. Silver Surfer number 1. I believe they have this one listed as an 8.0, but it's got some color touch on the cover, which really sucks. But it's still good to have. I'm close to having the first this full run. I think I'm missing maybe a handful of issues in that whole first run. I'm close to finishing a lot of runs now, which is nice. This is one I got late last year. Green Lantern 76, the iconic Neal Adams. He's just got so many great covers, and I was after quite a few of them, and I've got most of them now, which is nice. To scratch these big ones off the list is always good. This one was one I picked up this year. Tales of Suspense number 57. I was lucky to get a good deal on this at Comic-Con. I think I paid maybe $120 or something for it, which is a lot cheaper than what it has been going for. So I still need the first Black Widow. That's another one that is very high on my list. I was really excited to get this one. I wanted it, but I wasn't willing to pay any of the prices that they had on eBay or anything else. But it was part of my buddy's collection, and it is Werewolf by Night number 32, the first appearance of Moon Knight. And this is another extremely high grade copy. His collection was very well maintained, bag boarded, always in boxes. You know, it was a well taken care of collection that I was very lucky to get. And of course, here's another iconic cover, Batman 227. Another one I'd like to get a higher grade copy than what this one is, and this is already probably a 6.5. I'd still like to get one higher, but we always dream about that. Here's one I got right around the time he was announced for Arrow, which is Batman 232. Another iconic cover. And, you know, of course, Ra's, however you want to say it. Sorry, it's kind of early in the morning. My brain's not working properly for some reason. I haven't had my coffee. That might be why. Here's another one I got this year that I was lucky enough to get at a good price. It is Brave and the Bold 54. First Teen Titans. And I saw this book just explode. So I settled for a low grade copy, and I think I paid under $100 for this one. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at my old videos and see. And here's one that I thought I'd never have, but getting the X-Men collection I did. Giant Size X-Men number 1, and this one's also signed by Claremont. So very lucky to have this one in my collection, and it's a nice solid grade copy too. I mean, it's not as white as I'd like it to be, but still. And here's one that I'll never get a chance to upgrade unless I win the lottery, but is X-Men number 4, and it's signed by Stan Lee. And like I said, it's in rough shape. Like, extremely bad. The cover's barely hanging on, kind of bad shape. So, like I said, if I win the lotto, then I might upgrade it. So, until then, you know, it'll have to do. And this is another one that I'll probably never have a chance to upgrade either. But it's Hulk 181, first Wolverine. It's all around a solid copy, but as you can see, it's got some chipping up here, and it's got a big piece missing out of the cover there. But I got it last year at the con for, I think I paid $160 for it. So, good book to have, even in this condition. But, you know, again, lotto money and I'll upgrade. The only difference is I gotta, you know, play the lotto to be able to do it, but, you know, is what it is. Here is one of my all-time favorite um, comic series, and I get anything and everything I can for this. It is Chew #1, and it's signed by the artist Rob Guillory and the writer John. I just absolutely love this series, and I love the art. I love Rob Guillory's art, so I'll get anything and everything I can. And the story is just, it makes me laugh constantly. It's one of those series that you actually find yourself laughing out loud as you read it. So, very lucky to have that book as well. Here's another one of the first books that I got from my buddy as when I was buying his collection, is New Mutants '98, and this one is signed by Rob Liefeld. So, and it's extremely high grade as well. So, and you know what? I'd actually prefer a copy not signed. So if somebody has a high grade like 8.5, 9.0 copy that's even like a graded copy, I'll trade straight up for this signed copy. Just putting it out there if somebody's interested. Down to the last few books here. Iron Man 55. With this one and #1, I am very, very close to completing this Iron Man run, which I'm very excited to do. But first appearance of Drax and Thanos, that is a big major book there. Now we're getting into my CGCs. Here's Avengers 55, first appearance of Ultron. I've had this one for quite some time, and it's graded as 6.5. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm getting kind of high on time, so I'm going to run through these last couple quickly. Detective Comics 359. It is a 2.0. This is one I really want to upgrade eventually, but I got it for a great deal. And finally, my big ones from my collection. Here's my X-Men #1, CBCS 4.0, signed by Stan Lee, verified. This came back a lot higher than I thought it would, which is a good thing. Next is my Amazing Spider-Man 129, graded at a 5.5. This is one I thought would actually come back a lot higher than what it did. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but they were kind of rough on the grading, so is what it is. And my final book, I think I counted 51 for this whole thing, but I couldn't not put this one in, and it is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, third print, 7.5. I won't have the first 2 printings until I win the lottery. They're just that expensive. But thank you again for tagging me and for wanting to see my collection. I know it's not mind-blowing like some other people's, but it's mine. I love it. I enjoy it. And thank you, everyone.